Hello everybody, Dan here. Welcome back to Daily Soap Dish. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button down below because we cover a ton of 90 Day Fiancé right here on the channel. All right, so let's get into it. Today we have another shocking story to talk to you guys about, and that's the Demasu-ay and Brandan story where Mary lied about having colon cancer. So some very shocking stuff going on in the world of 90 Day Fiancé. Recently, of course, yesterday we spoke about the Michael and Angela story, and that's a pretty shocking story too. Michael running away from Angela, saying that he feared for his life and basically called the cops on himself, and said that basically he had to run away because he feared for his life. So pretty crazy story. And this is really crazy as well because you just don't really think that people, there's two things, in my opinion, that you don't do for clout. I just think that it's bad karma, and I just don't know that you do this for clout. Number one, fake your own death, and we've had that. We've had Paul do it. We've had other people do it. We've had people like Josh Sider, who I don't want to talk about and give any airtime to, but he's done it. He went on Instagram and basically said that he was dead, and then he wasn't just a few days ago. Just for PR, people will do all kinds of crazy things. And the other thing that I just don't know that you do is lie about having cancer. And that's exactly what Mary and Brandan did. Not only did they lie about it, but they actually wanted to fundraise and make money on it. And, for me, I haven't really been super duper tough on Mary and Brandan. And the reason for that is because when I look at them, I don't know that I necessarily, at least until now, and things are changing, but until now, I saw two very immature people that are trying to make their way in life, make their way together as a couple. Of course, they have a new baby, make their way in the Philippines, which is not an easy country to make your way in, make their way financially. And so they've been navigating all of these new and difficult roads for them. And so I can see where they're coming from. I can sympathize with that to some extent. And of course, they're very young. And not only are they young, but they're very immature. And both of them have a lot of psychological issues. Of course, we know that, Brandan was kind of abandoned as a kid. And, Mary, or at least he didn't have, his family wasn't very involved. And Mary, it's the same thing. Basically, her parents basically abandoned her when she was young, and she's been living with her grandparents ever since, who are basically her parents. And so I think that really is very difficult psychologically. And so for that reason, I do give, Mary and Brandan, I do give them a little bit of leeway. However, that's all changing. That's all changing because they are doing the unthinkable, which is really disgusting and absolutely abhorrent. And I just don't think that you ever do that. You just never lie about having cancer to fundraise. And this goes back to what we've been talking about, because we have been talking about, all these GoFundMes about, people fundraising, on sickness and diseases and whatnot, and how I don't think people should donate. This is another reason why you should never donate to these sketchy GoFundMe. So let's go into this article here because Statler had something to say. It seems that Statler always has something to say, but she's not one to be a fan of Mary and Brandan. She's been calling them out ever since that they had that pet monkey, that they had lying around, caged up in the Philippines, which you just don't do. It's illegal. And so she's been on their case for a while, so she's back to slamming them again. Statler slams Mary and Brandan for fraudulent and highly illegal behavior. Statler Riley verbally attacks Mary for deceiving 90 Day fans. Mary admitted to lying about raising funds for her cancer treatment. Statler Riley bashed Mary and Brandan for allegedly scamming 90 Day Fiancé viewers with fake fundraisers. She wants fans to unfollow her co-stars. Statler is known for calling out co-stars and stirring up controversy in the 90 Day Fiancé franchise. Statler's outspoken nature makes her a polarizing figure among reality TV fans. So you guys let me know what you think about Statler. I'm not sure that I'm the biggest Statler fan. However, I do think that she makes some good points. Statler called out Mary and Brandan for attempting, not only attempting, but they did scam their fans. In 90 Day Fiancé, before the 90 Day Season 6, Statler was featured with her British girlfriend Dempsey Wilkinson, whom she met on a dating app. In one of the episodes, she revealed her desire to move to the UK and live with Dempsey, but Dempsey wasn't aware of this plan. Of course, the couple had a heated argument when Dempsey expressed her wish to become a mother, but Statler said she didn't see herself as a parental figure. So just a little bit of a recap with Statler and Dempsey. Statler doesn't shy away from blasting her co-stars if she finds them acting shady. Recently, Statler took to Instagram to blast Mary and Brandan for their allegedly fraudulent and illegal activity. A few days ago, Mary had launched a fundraiser for colon cancer treatment despite not having the disease. Statler is understandably upset with her co-stars and said she's also taking the URL down so that it can't be reported. She wants fans to unfollow Mary and Brandan to protect them from further scams. And I agree with Statler on that. Statler believes the couple will likely be banned from any future 90 Day Fiancé spin-offs. Now, I got to tell you guys, Brandan and Mary, and I've said this before, they are the new Paul and Karine. And when I said that previously, I don't know that I fully, truly meant that. I saw some signs of, Paul and Karine, but I don't know that I saw the exact level of dysfunction that Paul and Karine are one of the most dysfunctional couples. I think probably the most dysfunctional that we've ever had on the show. Like, they've had their kids taken away from them. It's very serious. And so Brandan and Mary, they are slowly catching up to Paul and Karine. They're definitely at that level, especially with all their recent moves. They're getting there. And if they lived in the U.S., guys, I think they would have Child Protective Services coming around and sniffing around to see exactly what is going on, because they don't come off like they are able to parent with all of these shady and different things that they're doing. Statler is in animals' rights and spoke out against the couple's treatment of their pet monkey, so it's not the first time that Statler bashed Mary and Brandan. Statler is an animal rights activist and spoke out against the couple's treatment of their pet monkey, which was kept chained to a tree branch. She claimed that the monkey was endangered and that Mary and Brandan were likely trying to make money by illegally trading it. I've seen many people say that, guys. And honestly, the more that we're learning about Mary and Brandan, look, I'm usually very cynical of these 90 Day Fiancé people. And I've seen that comment that, I've seen it from you guys watching the channel. And I've seen it on, on Reddit, on Instagram. I've seen it elsewhere that they were probably trying to somehow trade the monkey or make money off of it. And at first, I was like, there is no way that these people are that evil or that cruel, right? Like, that just doesn't make any sense. But I can see it now. So whoever, you guys that said all of those things, I'm with you now. I agree with that. I honestly think that everything they're doing, they're trying to make some cheap, easy money by not really trying to get a normal job and trying to make honest money. They're just trying to defraud people and just basically cheat their way into funds. And it's absolutely disgusting. It really is. And like I said, I wasn't very hard on them before, but this changes everything. I really need to rip on them more. She called a couple really bad con artists and dumb for trying to raise funds to help the monkey. Statler even claimed that Mary and Brandan were allegedly fired from the franchise for revealing too many details about their storyline. Now, I will say one thing. Statler is wrong on this. Statler thinks that 90 Day Fiancé has a moral compass. TLC has a moral compass. Guys, you guys know this. Big Ed, who we call Big Pred, and for a good reason, because of the accusations against him are absolutely abhorrent and disgusting. And of course, Big Ed has never addressed those accusations, and I'm not gonna rehash that in this video, but he's never addressed it, not one bit. There is an NDA about that, and I think that's the reason why Big Ed never addressed that. Now, Big Ed, Angela, we've had so many shady characters on 90 Day Fiancé, and 90 Day keeps bringing them back. Even Jasmine and Gino, who have a very obviously fraudulent storyline, they keep bringing them back. Jasmine, of course, being a sugar baby, for Gino, TLC just does not care, guys. The only reason why they cared with Paul and Karine, I think, is because the cops got involved. So until the cops get involved and TLC sees that this could actually potentially impact their bottom line, because it's going to get people so outraged that they are giving money, they are paying money to these cast members that are basically mistreating their kids and doing all of these crazy things. Until that happens, TLC does not care one bit. And so Statler is completely wrong. I'm sure TLC will get Mary and Brandan back on the show. Not that I'm saying they should not, but that's just not how TLC works. Okay, so many 90 Day Fiancé, before 90 Day Season 6 cast members have disappeared from the limelight, but Statler continues to make headlines. She's known for speaking out about her co-stars and even making fun of even the most popular reality stars with huge fan bases. For example, she called Big Ed Brown a life-size egg and criticized Angela Deem's actions on The Last Resort. So it's refreshing to see that Statler isn't afraid to make enemies in the franchise and poke fun of her own co-stars. Her critical remarks and commentary about the couples make watching the spin-offs more entertaining. And I will say, just on the reverse of that, her Statler saying all of these things is the reason why she's probably not going to be coming back. And the reason for that is because 90 Day Fiancé is like a brotherhood or a sisterhood, and you don't really see, these cast members talking trash about if they do, it's very, they do it purposefully to try to create drama. There's not a lot of animosity. These people, they have chat groups where they talk together. They have all these groups that, where they exchange information and whatnot. And so they're very connected. It's a universe, and they're becoming more and more like paid actors. So they're bonding together. Most of them are anyways, because that just seems to be what works best for them. And if you're one of these outcasts like Statler, then your chances of coming back on the show are much lower. Obviously, Statler doesn't care about that, so kudos to her, because she is more like one of us than one of these shills that appear on the show and will just shut their mouth and not criticize the rest of the cast simply because they want TLC and they want the rest of the cast members to kind of, just welcome them back into the show. So what exactly happened with Mary and Brandan? So this is what they posted. I humble, just because they try to backtrack, right? They try to backtrack this whole thing. Brandan Danuccio, this was back on February 21st. I humble asking for your financial help for Mary's surgery to remove her colon cancer. We need help, not judgments. Any amount will help Mary a lot and save her life. Link here. It's because I'm showing you guys this because they try to walk back the cancer statement. They said, well, we don't know, blah, blah, blah. They said it very, very, very clearly. Colon cancer. You could see it right there. And this wasn't the only place where I saw them say it. After 90 Day Fiancé blog, the Melanated Way reported the news, fans questioned whether Mary was telling the truth. Is this a scam so they can make some money? Did Brandan ever get a job? The store wasn't making any money. I got questions. Sorry, don't believe a word of it. Somebody else said 2 days later, Brandan took to his stories to ask fans for help in raising money for Mary's colon cancer. So instead of praying for Mary, there's people who will spread fake news. So Brandan, not only himself spreading lies about Mary and trying to scam people, but then telling people that had questions about this that they are spreading fake news. This is kind of like the most disgusting of ways to behave, in my opinion. And I don't think that you can ever get your credibility back after you behave that way. So, yeah, so you can see here that they really went on about this, and there you have it, guys. I mean, Statler really blasted them. I think she did a good job of exposing them, but Mary and Brandan really dug their own grave, in my opinion, because I just don't think you do that. You guys will let me know what you think in the comment section down below, guys. What do you think about Mary and Brandan? And the big question is, do you think that TLC should ever bring them back? Because they are so dysfunctional that they're entertaining, and so TLC sees that and they're like, yeah, we can make money with these people. And I think that's exactly what they're going to do. So you guys let me know what you think in the comment section down below, guys. Hope you guys did enjoy this update about Mary and Brandan. Please give the video a big thumbs up if you did. I will update you guys with more about them as soon as we have more information. But you can see how they got caught in their lies, and then they try to backtrack. It just didn't work. You never fool the 90 Day Fiancé fan base. You never fool them in the end. And so kudos to everybody that went on the cynical mode for Mary and Brandan right away as soon as they broke the news. Okay, that's going to do it for me. I will see you guys on the next one. Take care.